Are you outside there and you are not able to see your belt? Are you able to touch your toes? If you cannot be able to touch your toes, then you need to watch your weight. Obesity becoming a major issue, not just in Africa, but all over the world. My name is Nyanumba Kefa, a nutrition consultant. Life starts from a simple unit we call the human cell. Cells combine to form tissues. Tissues combine to form organs, and organs combine to form organ systems. Depending on the type of foods we take, our cells can function the right way, or it can affect their normal functioning. When we take the right foods, our body assists us to control many parameters, including blood pressure, blood sugar, as well as our weight. Obesity is becoming a major issue that's affecting many people. And there are many ways we use to determine obesity. Number one, we check your BMI. BMI stands for body mass index. If your BMI is above 25, then you are becoming overweight. If your BMI is above 30, then you are becoming obese. Number two, we check what you call the waist circumference. And we all know that if there is one thing that many people don't like, it's the accumulation of fat around the abdomen. We use what you call the waist circumference tape. This tape has two sides. One side is for women and the other side is for men. The recommended waist circumference for women is supposed to be 60 to 80 centimeters. It's usually indicated green. Green is a good color. From 80 to 88, it's indicated yellow. Yellow stands for a warning. Above 88, it's actually indicated red. By the time your waist gets to above 88 centimeters, it simply means that the risk of getting lifestyle diseases increases. And at that time, the door is open. And once you get one of these lifestyle diseases, others are actually on the way coming, because lifestyle diseases like working as a team. The other side is for men, and recommended waist circumference for men is supposed to be 69 to 94. Anything above 94 means that you need to do something. By the time you get to above 102, then you need to do something, because anytime the risk of getting lifestyle diseases increases. And that's what I like about the human body, that the human body usually warns us, it sends us signals before lifestyle diseases actually come. So if you are above 1 or 2, it means your body has already alerted you and you need to do something before you get these conditions, because these are conditions that are really fair to us. They don't come unless we fight them. So we need to make sure that we are proactive by making sure that we work on our waist circumference. Next is what you call the body fat percentage. It's not enough for us to check your BMI and waist circumference. We also check your body fat percentage. And what you use is what you call the body fat monitor. Sometimes you find very slim people who have conditions like diabetes and hypertension. Their weight is normal. The most important thing they need to check is their body fat percentage. So when you're coming for nutrition, we have to make sure that we check your BMI, we check your waist circumference and the body fat percentage. We know that men tend to have more muscles than women, and their metabolism is actually good. Meaning, if a man and a woman were to eat the same amount of food, women actually tend to gain more weight than men, so they cannot actually compete. Why? Because women will gain more weight than men, and that of course exposes them to lifestyle diseases. We are told that in Nairobi, at least 40% of women are either overweight and obese, and these are the candidates of lifestyle diseases. If your waist circumference is above the recommended range, the body fat and the BMI, you need to make some adjustments to your lifestyle, and that includes making adjustments to the types of foods you are going to eat. First and foremost, you need to make sure that you cut down your intake of starches. There are many people take a lot of starches, and many people do that because of what you call cravings. Cravings actually make people like slaves. I've seen many people take a lot of starches. With the time, they start saying that starches are bad. They are the ones who are actually taking a lot of the starches, and that's what needs to be addressed. So we need to make sure that we cut down our starch intake. We need to make sure that we increase vegetables. Vegetables are very good. They're actually good because they are low in terms of energy content. They also assist us with some of the compounds we call antioxidants. Antioxidants are compounds that assist us to get rid of free radicals. And because of the fiber content, of course, they assist us in terms of weight loss, and because of the low energy levels. We also need to make sure that we increase vegetables. Vegetables are very good because they assist us with fiber. Fiber assists us in terms of digestion. They also assist us with what we call the antioxidants. Antioxidants are compounds that assist us to get rid of free radicals. So we need to make sure that we interchange our vegetables. Depending on which community you come from, you have different traditional vegetables, and traditional vegetables are actually very, very good, and you need to make sure that we increase their intake. We need to make sure that we cut down our intake of proteins, especially, red meat. The people take red meat on daily basis, which is not good, because red meat has what you call the saturated fats. That exposes us to conditions like high cholesterol levels. So we need to make sure that we cut down our intake of such proteins. We need to make sure that we increase our water intake. Water is very, very important. Water has many functions in the body, and as we know, we all need at least 2 liters of water per day. There are people who don't take water because they think water is actually meant for people who are hypertensive, which is actually not true. Everybody needs to increase their water intake. The other people who don't take water because their weight is okay, because they think that water is just supposed to be for weight loss. But we all need to make sure that we increase our water intake. Other people don't take water because they don't like the taste of water, and that's why such people want to go for flavored water from the supermarket. So water has so many functions, including controlling our body temperature. It's very, very important when it comes to weight loss. And of course, water has so many functions, and it's very, very important for us to make sure that we increase our water intake. We need to make sure that we cut down our alcohol intake. Alcohol has a lot of calories that are actually converted into fat. So we need to make sure that we cut down our intake. We recommend 2 drinks for men and 1 drink for women. Not because we hate women, but because of the slow rate of metabolism. So we need to make sure that we cut down the intake. I've seen many people who take 10 drinks to 15 drinks per sitting. That is not good. If you do that, of course, the risk of getting lifestyle diseases increases. We also need to make sure that we increase our exercise. And of course, as you do that, it will assist you to make sure that you manage your weight, so that if you don't see your belt, you'll be able to see it. If you can't touch your toes, you'll be able to touch your toes. And as that happens, you'll be able to stay away from lifestyle diseases.